Hello everybody, my name is Rebecca and this is Sherry, and we are filming on location for Love Improv. Today we're going to be talking to you about what is true love.
What is true love?
So love is much talked about, and in my opinion it is the reason to be on this earth, to learn to give and to receive love. But there's all different kinds of love, and we've talked about the different types of love, but we're talking specifically about true love. So let's break it down. What's true?
Oh, perfect question. If I was Socrates or Plato, maybe I could tell you what that is, right? Well, we can break that down even further. What's true for you? What's true for the couple themselves, right? What's true for community?
Right.
So we could really go crazy with that one.
So let's go through all the layers. And a particular piece of true love, I would say, is speaking your truth. So we'll go through a couple different tactics on how to do this. The first tactic on how to speak your truth is just to really feel the sensation in your body and then voice it to the other person. So for instance, if I was in a relationship with Sherry and I was really feeling upset or something, and I wanted to share an emotion, it would look like this. You know what? I'm really angry with you. That would be one way to share your truth. Now, what was it like to be on the other side of that?
It was putting me on the defensive, for sure. Like
Right.
immediately, like, oh, okay.
So maybe a different way to share that would be what?
So actually, Rebecca, I want to talk to you about something. You said something the other day, and it just really made me feel bad.
Yeah, right. So there's a softer level and there's a more aggressive level. They both have ownership in them, and I think that is one of the key components to sharing your truth, is that you're owning where you are and you're expressing those feelings. This in turn then creates dialogue and creates connection. And if you do it enough, it can create a sense of love.
Compassion.
Compassion. Really understanding the other person's position, and especially if you are in partnership with another person, you're going to want to understand where they're coming from. All right, a second way that you can really speak your truth is through your body. So when you are being intimate with your partner or somebody that you care for, the way in which you move your body, the way in which embrace happens, is a real way of communicating your truth. Now, there can also be some really aggressive ways to do this, and there can be some softer ways to do this. And I'm just curious if you can think of maybe any tangible examples for ways in which we aggressively move our bodies to convey our truth versus softer ways we move our bodies.
Well, I would think a hug would be a softer approach. Grabbing your arm and saying, come on, let's go this way, is definitely a more aggressive approach. Like, I want to get my thoughts and feelings out to you through this aggression right now.
Right, through this, like,
yeah,
kind of thing, as opposed to,
yay.
So you kind of get the idea and can expand upon that. The third and last way to really communicate your truth is through introspection, actually taking time and asking yourself the question, is this true? We can feel all sorts of things. There are so many sensory inputs that we get throughout the day. So when you are feeling a particular way, anxious or totally juicy, you can pause for a second and ask, is this true? So I'm going to give it back to Sherry and ask, is there a particular example between maybe couples you can see how this would be an effective tool? Saying, is this true?
For sure. Let's just say that you come home from work and the dishes aren't done, the house is a bloody mess, and you're just like, what have you been doing all day? You've been doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
And so if you approach your partner that way, that's not going to go over too well.
No.
Someone's going to be on the defensive. Maybe got a last minute call from a boss and had all this stuff to do, or a last minute report or something, just totally took their time away from what you felt was important to happen during the day.
And then the interpretation to that can really be like, well, they don't care about me, or they're inconsiderate, or whatever the storyline is. Just pause for a second, ask yourself, is this true? Trace it, and then express it. So what all of this has to do with true love is really speaking your truth as a vehicle of compassion. And I define compassion as looking at somebody else and saying, me too, I understand.
I think consideration also is a huge part to this true love, where you're always considering how this is going to affect the other person.
Amen to that. So if you have any more questions or comments on what true love is, or how to communicate your truth, or even how you do communicate your truth, please post them to our Facebook page. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Rebecca. Keep it sexy.
I'm Sherry. Love courageously.